Hi guys, Todd here again with twHomeShow. Today I got a couple products from YOLINK. Now, if you remember back in the day, the first smoke detectors came out and they became really popular in the mid-70s. It was the basic first alert that you hung on your ceiling and you just set it and forget it, put a 9-volt battery in it, and you're supposed to every month or two go up and test it with the tester button to see if the battery's still working. Well, today we've got a smarter version of this because nowadays we all have smart homes. So YOLINK has come out with a product, a smoke and carbon monoxide detector here with their smart base that works with their YOLINK hub and their YOLINK environment. So we're going to be taking a look at that, and we're going to also take a look at their YOLINK Siren Alarm. Now this siren alarm is an indoor siren alarm. It's got off, low, medium, and high sound setting to it. Now this one is not battery operated. It plugs in with the supplied plug and USB connector cable, power cable. They do have a battery operated siren that's weatherproof outdoor model, and it's battery operated. So you don't need to find an outlet to set your siren next to. In this case, we can find an outlet, and what we're going to do today is do some experiments with these. I'm going to also show you how to set both of these up within the YOLINK app at the end of the video. So let's get to the exciting experiments first and just see what we can do with these two products, maybe by using them together. Stay tuned. And welcome back. So guys, we're going to take a look at these two YOLINK devices, the smoke carbon monoxide detector along with the indoor siren with the sound volume adjustments. This is the plug-in model. They do have a battery operated siren horn model as well. And what I want to do today is a few experiments with these just to see, because we are working with a smart smoke detector in this case today. This is not like your average first alert where you just hang it on your ceiling and pretty much you're clueless as to its state, or is it still working until you cook some bacon, a batch of bacon on your stove or something, and it starts smoking and your first alert smoke detector goes off. This you can do much more with, and I'm going to show you here in a minute. We're going to open up the app because I've noticed quite a few things. On this thing, it will show you room temperature built in. It's got a thermometer built in. So it can detect, when it gets over a certain degree hotness, and also you can detect smoke and carbon monoxide. We're going to do a test, also an experiment with lighting up my wood stove and placing this above the wood stove and seeing how long it takes for it to take in, or how much smoke to take in before it actually sets off this smoke detector alarm. And then we are also going to do, I had a pretty good idea. I was thinking people have outdoor, maybe garages or workshops aside their house, in their backyard, or maybe people have larger properties than I have or you have, and they have like just side buildings, a barn or a horse barn or anything like that they want to monitor and keep tabs, something that maybe they store, something that could be flammable, chemicals or something like that, and while they're sleeping in their house, they may be safe, but their building that's in their backyard might be on fire or something, and they have no idea. Well, I want to connect this because with YOLINK's long-range technology, works up to a quarter mile away with their YOLINK hub and devices. I was thinking if we mounted this like in a barn or garage or workshop, and then have a siren located further, say like in your house for instance, if this goes off from smoke or whatever, will it send a message or a notification to go ahead and trigger this siren inside your house, while this could be out in a barn or a workshop. So that's one of the experiments as well. So guys, stick around. Let's first go into the app on this smart smoke detector and see what options there are. Just see how technical YOLINK gets with this thing. All right, guys, and we're back with the YOLINK Smart Smoke Detector, carbon monoxide detector. And we're gonna open the app on this thing and just take a look at what this looks like after you pair it to your YOLINK hub and see what you get. Now, if you want to see the setup instructions for this or the siren today, stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll briefly go over how to pair these smart devices to the YOLINK hub. Anyways, let's scroll down here and see where it is. I did make a room for this in upstairs, and there it is in the upstairs room, smoke and CO alarm. So if I tap that, we go into that, notice the first thing you see is that badge saying it's green, it's in normal operating conditions, it looks like everything's safe. And right below that you see what this thing can detect: CO, carbon monoxide, smoke, or high temperatures, like I was telling you before. So this thing has 3 different smart detectors built in for you. And if you look up at the top of the app, you see sensor battery life and you see the base battery life. So this thing, YOLINK advertises, has 10 years of battery life. So pretty much you get this set up in your ceiling or wall or wherever you want to mount this. It does come with the mounting screws in the package. The batteries come already installed. All you got to do is pair it to the app. And once you twist this together with the YOLINK Smart Base unit, then this thing becomes smart. You can monitor the sensor battery and the base battery life from remote anywhere in the world once you get this set up. So, but it's going to last you 10 years. So you're not going to have to check that often. That's not something you'll have to check, but you can easily see it once you just tap into here like you see here. Now we do see that Wi-Fi symbol right next to it stating that it does have a connection. And if we press the dots at the top right corner of our app there, now this is telling the type of smart device. It's a smoke, or right here it says smoke and CO alarm. I guess they misspelt that. Name is smoke and CO alarm. Room, you can change that name if you want. Right there, just tap on it. But I'm going to cancel. That's what I want to keep the name at. That's the default name. Room, I assigned it to my upstairs. I'm going to mount this upstairs in my stairwell to go up to my 2nd floor, because that's usually where the smoke will accumulate. It rises to the top. And then also you can save it as a favorite by pressing that heart button. That way, if you log in to the YOLINK app, you can go right to your favorite screen and find this. Or you don't have to have it in your favorites. Just keep it in the room you assign it. History logs. We have no history log right now. We haven't even tested this out. Actually, you want to do it just manually right now? Oh, I'm scared. All right, it says press to silence, hold to test weekly, right there. I'm gonna hold it. Oh, why did it go? Oh, I didn't have that button pressed in, guys. You need to have that little push button there pressed in, and then mount it to the smart YOLINK base. Now we're gonna press and hold and tap. Press to silence. And then press to silence if it's actually smoking, maybe had a false alarm, bacon smoking on the stove. So I'm going to show you that again. There's a button here that was extended. So this has to be pressed in before you twist and connect it to the YOLINK Smart Base. And make sure, guys, before you stick this up, test it with this button here. Just hold the button like that. Make sure you test this thing, very important. And alarm strategy, you can attach this to another alarm, like I said, but we're going to try something different in a minute here. And alert interval 1 minute. If you click on that, I have it set to 1 minute. you can have different sets of intervals of how long you want this to go on, and then I guess temporarily stop unless it detects it's still again smoke or carbon monoxide. And if you want full details, don't rely on my video for all the complete details. It does come with a very nice detailed instruction pamphlet for this CO2 smoke detector right here. Now, just like I told you before, it has temperature here in the app. At the bottom, it says 86 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's kind of hot in here. And I guess the temperature sensor is probably buried inside here too, and I haven't had it out of the package for very long. So, because I think this room is a little bit cooler than 86 degrees actually. Signal intensity says it's strong, so that's good. Battery life says it's full battery. And firmware, always click on this, tap that firmware, and it says this is the newest version, so we're good to go on that, and close it out. Or you can delete this item if you no longer want it in this YOLINK household. Maybe take it somewhere else. Your RV or something's a good idea. I might take one to my RV. So I'm going to back out, top left arrow, and top left arrow again. And there we are. We're back to rooms, and we're in the upstairs room. See, these are my different rooms. If I slide at the top, I got different rooms I can select. There's the bedroom, lake room, different YOLINK products I have in different rooms. All right, guys, we're going to test this out first before we do our real experiment, real fire test coming up next. So stay tuned. We're going to test the YOLINK Smart Fire Alarm with the YOLINK Siren Indoor Siren. It could be wall mounted or just place on a table or side end table or windowsill. And we're going in and opening the YOLINK app. And we'll get this app open to my upstairs room. And here's the two devices here, Siren Alarm and our YOLINK Smoke and CO alarm. At the bottom of this app, Smart, see that Smart symbol? Tap that. Press Automation, because we're going to test this out if we can have this remotely trigger this YOLINK Siren. Now, if you have a barn or a workshop or something within a quarter-mile away from your YOLINK hub, then you can trigger any fire to alert you inside your house. If fire were happening in your barn or workshop or garage that was located somewhere else on your property, you'll get a heads up inside by this YOLINK alarm if you do this automation. So we want to add a new automation. Tap the plus sign at the top right corner of the app, and we're going to name this. We'll say we're just going to name this Barn Smoke Alert. That's going to be the name of our automation. You can name it anything you want. And then at the bottom below that, it says if, hit that plus sign, tap that, and we want device action to occur. So select device actions. So we want to look for smoke and CO alarm, tap that. Let's just say, so you can trigger it for high temperatures too, or gas leaks. We're going to do it for smoke. So if it detects smoke from your YOLINK Smart Smoke Detector, then what behavior do you want to do? So you're going to press the plus button there next to behavior. And we want it to do another device action. So select device actions at the top. And we want to find our alarm, actually our siren alarm, YL is what I named it, about halfway down. Select that. And what do we want it to do? We want to start the alarm. And select the check mark in the top right corner. And that's all we want it to do. Select the check mark again, top right corner. And there's our routine. And when do we want it to do this? Always, when it's always working. You could have select days if you wanted to, but we want always working. And select the check mark in the top right corner again. And there it is, our barn smoke alert. Now, if you ever wanted to toggle this off, here you could go into automations and just slide that toggle button back and that routine automation will be off. It won't work. We want it on because we're going to test it in our next experiment. Stay tuned. Another thing to be aware of, guys, is this siren alarm here by YOLINK. This can actually be triggered by their new key fob or alarm fob that is now available, and you can tap it, the alarm fob, to set an alarm routine to activate it or deactivate it to turn it on or off. So this can be used for your home alarm system as well. In this case, I'm just doing some example experiments to see other ways you can use the YOLINK devices together. All right, guys, we got our test set up. As you can see, got a roaring fire there. It's hot out here today. This is just for you guys. Don't try this at home. Anyways, I've got our YOLINK Siren back here. If you can see it, it is plugged in. YOLINK Siren right here. We're going to see if it operates remotely with our automation and YOLINK that we connected to our YOLINK Smart Detector, Smart Smoke Detector, I should say. And I've got the app recording to see what notifications pop up on here in real life. So let's go over here. I'm going to hold up the smoke detector. Let me get you up in view here. We got smoke coming out there. Hold this up here. See if it triggers. How long before it triggers? It's hard to breathe. There is smoke. Carbon monoxide, definitely. It should be going off, I would think, anytime now. There it goes, guys. Now, oh, wow. There is our smoke alarm going off and our other YOLINK alarm at the same time. Turn the smoke alarm off. Now if you want to turn off the siren, press the set button right there. There we go. On our app, we do see on our app we did get a trigger as well that our smoke alarm went off. We can close that out and see it's not green right now. It's kind of like a smoke color. So if we go into history, check history there. And there's a couple smoke alarm triggers in our history now. So we see that history does work. And that's about it. Now it's turned normal green since we brought it away from that smoke and carbon monoxide. So our live experiment worked, guys. Thank you for tuning in again today. Guys, I really appreciate it. I'll leave the links to these devices in the links. The links will be in the description below this video. Please click on those links. It helps me out with a small commission and helps me bring you more cool videos like this. And if you want to, also stay tuned right here, right now. I'm going to show you the quick setup on each of these devices in case you need help with that. Thanks again. All right, guys, let's do the setup. We'll go into YOLINK app, and at the top right next to the bell, there's a scan, QR code scan icon. If you press that, select the scan, and on your smoke detector, you'll have to have this disconnected and scan that QR code, YOLINK QR code on the bottom of the base of the smart base for the smoke detector, and it will show up here in YOLINK. Right here, you can assign it a name or a room, I mean. I've got it assigned, I'm going to assign it to upstairs. I might put it in my stairwell leading to upstairs. And then I select it upstairs, select the check mark at the top right corner. You can select it as a favorite if you want to right there. You can bind device now. Select bind device. And there's a button here you want to press to bind it. To complete the binding setup, then you can attach it, the smart base, to the actual smoke detector and select done on your app. And if you go in here, you see it does have a Wi-Fi signal. It means it is connected to your YOLINK hub now. If you need instructions on your YOLINK hub. You can find that in the link. I'll leave it up above here. I've done a video on setting up the YOLINK hub. Anyways, we're going to get right to setting up the YOLINK Smart Siren. This is the indoor siren. It says it's battery operated or wired, powered into an outlet. I didn't have much success using the smart automations through YOLINK with these two devices, with it just operated on battery. Did not work. When I plugged it in to a power source with this cord and power adapter, the automation did work. So I'd recommend purchasing this siren to be plugged in. So we're going to go ahead and add another device by pressing the QR scan icon at the top right. And the QR code on the siren is at the back of the device right here. Scan that in. You can assign a room here, upstairs, and select check mark at the top right corner. And you can add it to favorites if you like. You can rename it if you want. I'm going to put a YL for YOLINK at the end of this one because I do have another outdoor YOLINK alarm. You can see the video up here. I'll leave the link in the video description for that one as well. And save. And select bind device. And then on this one, you want to select that set button in the middle one time to bind the device. Select done on your app. And there it is, YOLINK says Siren Alarm YL. And it does have a Wi-Fi signal. It is connected to the hub now. If I select into that, you see it is ready. If I press start alarm, we'll just test it here. Oh, can't connect. Oh, no wonder, guys. It's not plugged in. See, that's why I was telling you that automation. I was having a problem with the automation. But when I plug it in, then I get the notification that it is connected. And now on the app, if I press the app now, start alarm, stop alarm, it works. So even though this says, it even says it on YOLINK's website that it could be operated battery optional. So I'm not sure what they're meaning about that, but if you want this to work properly with automations and connected to other devices, other YOLINK devices, you'll want to plug it in, make sure it's close to an outlet. Guys, thanks again. I'll see you on the next one.